welcome back to another stream. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys in the stream about the launch of Hullenders. Now, if you did happen to catch yesterday's stream, I touched up on it at the beginning, but if I'm being all honest, I didn't like the whole stream we did yesterday because I was getting text messages and I was trying to focus on like more than one thing, and my brain was like just struggling to focus. So I was like halfway through saying a sentence, and then I just kind of like pause like that because I'm like reading a message, and then everything just kind of got like messed up. And because this whole enders is quite a big thing that I'm going to talk to you about, I thought let's make it into its own stream and let's sidetrack from music and talk about this, because this is actually something that's going to be quite interesting, and it's also going to be something that you, the public, you people, if you are local to the area or you are actually willing to travel, you will be able to appear and be a part of this project. So, what is Hullenders, and why am I doing a stream about Hullenders? Like, and why does the thumbnail, why does it look like EastEnders, but it says Hullenders and there's a picture of Hull in the background? So, little bit of backing, but outside, or should I say, alongside my love and passion for music, I've always had kind of like a passion and an interest for kind of like creative things, like being creative. So whether that be like animations, role playing, and I've always kind of had a little bit of a love for drama, but I just never really sort of like fulfilled it, never really took it any further, because I never really wanted to like act in plays. I never really wanted to do like plays, and I never wanted to do stuff that was kind of like set in the medieval times, and I didn't want to do them kind of things. And I know when you go to like do drama as like a sort of like a GCSE and stuff like that, uh, a lot of it is focused around sort of like doing plays. Not nativity plays, but like plays on stage that don't necessarily, in my opinion, look and feel as good as do it like filming an actual like mystery drama or something. So I never really took it like any further, like onto a professional level. I be going to college, university, and actually studying drama itself. But I've always had kind of like an interest, like just for acting and putting voices on, and just having a bit of fun in that sense. So Hullenders came about nearly 3 years ago actually, and it's a crazy thing to think about, but it's actually true. So about two and a half, maybe nearly 3 years ago, or 2 years, I think, I can't remember fully. There was some drama going around on Facebook just from some people in Hull. My good friend the layman decided to edit the EastEnders logo and change it to Hullenders and put Hull in the background and put up like this funny post. Why is there so much drama in Hull or something, with this picture of Hullenders, and it got like loads of people laughing, and it got some people saying like you should actually legitimately film this as a series. And at the time, I said to Lee, I said, look, people are saying we should actually film this, and we were kind of looking at it as kind of like something that would be fun to do, but kind of like this impossible challenge. And we always kind of thought, maybe we'll actually do it. And then we decided that we was actually going to do it. And we sort of started putting a little bit of plans in place that just never went any further. And it was always something that we was going to, and it was always something that we wanted to do. And then out of the blue, we fast forward to last week, and I got a message from the layman himself, and it was the Hullenders logo, and he said, let's do this, let's start at Hullenders. The time's right. So obviously that sort of got me thinking, right, how we're going to do this, what's going to happen, blah blah blah. So we had a little bit of a chat, and on Thursday we filmed the first edition of what is Hullenders. So it's meant to be kind of like a rip-off of kind of like EastEnders, but at the same time it kind of goes sort of down the mystery sort of drama route. So it kind of it has a soap feel, but it also kind of has that kind of like Scott and Bailey. I'm trying to think of like other. There was a series called Prey, and there was there's quite a few that have like sort of like 9 p.m. ITV dramas where there's like it's like a seasonal thing, and there's like maybe 6 episodes in a season or something. But apart from with us, we're going to kind of unveil this story that's going to be way more than 6 episodes, but the episodes are only like a couple of minutes long. And we're not a TV program as such, so we are limited to what we can do. But we film these little sort of like 2-3 minutes. Sometimes they go up to about 5 minutes, but I think 5 minutes is about the maximum that will make like the length of an episode. Just obviously because we don't want to make them too long because they're quite interesting as they are, and it kind of like makes people like they want to know what happens in the next one, and they're not sat watching something for ages and getting bored. So we launched it on Thursday. We began filming. We was kind of doing a test, and then the test kind of actually came out all right, and we put it up, and it got people like laughing, it got people like interested. And one thing that I've loved about the series so far, we've only put 2 episodes out, but the thing that I like about it and the thing that I love about it is that people can laugh at it, but at the same time they're still sort of like hooked to the story. So they're finding it funny and they're having a laugh, but at the same time they want to see where the story goes, and they want to kind of like continue watching it, and they want to know what happens next. So it's not just sort of having a laugh and taking the mick out of it. It's like like actually, this is, as well as this being funny, there's actually like quite a good story, and there's quite a good meaning to it, and we kind of want to see what happens next, and that's kind of what happened. So we put the first episode up, and people was loving it. It was like, yeah, people like this, and then we put the second episode up, and the second episode has just absolutely blown up, like even more than the first episode, and it shocked me. There's like over 100 comments. Some of them comments are obviously like replies from myself and Lee. So I'd probably say there's about 100 comments like from like other people, and then there's a good probably like 21 comments just over that'd be like the replies from myself and Lee. There's been like over 100 like reactions, so like likes and love hearts and laughing faces and care emojis. And it's just been absolutely outstanding. Like, I never thought that we'd get so much love off it, and people have loved the second episode. They can't wait for episode 3, which we will be unrevealing. Unveiling the episode 3 very, very soon. It's had people sort of like asking and questioning about it as well. I've even been asked about it today at a works thing. What's this Hullenders thing all about? Like, I've seen the first episode, and then I'm like, oh, there's an episode 2 up now. So they've gone on to watch episode 2, and then there's like other people that are now like, I'm gonna watch this when I get home. I didn't know anything about this, and just in general, there's going to be some really good backlash coming off of this, and we're just like at the moment, like the series is new and it's fresh, and people are loving it, and people are they're enjoying it and they're having a good time with it. But we haven't got no like plan as to like when it's going to end. So like we're just I suppose as long as we can keep physically doing it, and as long as we can we're getting people that are interested, and it's not dying down and hardly anybody's watching it. And I suppose that the most important thing is for us is telling the story as well. So I suppose it would be kind of like sort of like once we finish the story, do we kind of like finish it, and then do we like have a little bit of a break, and then do we come back and do like a season 2, which I think would personally be a good idea, because it would give us chance to have a little bit of a break, go back to the drawing table, right, this story's happened, blah blah blah, and what's next, what could we sort of like, what could we do, what could we tackle next, kind of thing. And I suppose that is kind of like the thing with it, but at the moment we're still sort of only at the early stages of the first story, so I wouldn't want to obviously like jump the gun and start saying, oh yeah, we're gonna have this massive car crash in season 4, because we're not even really into season 1 yet. There's 2 episodes that have given us little bits of information, and episode 2 gives a bit more information than episode 1 did, obviously, but episode 1 you don't really find anything out other than one little thing that I'm not going to say too much about it, because if you've not been and watched it yet, then I seriously recommend going and watching it. But the first episode gives you like the real bare minimal, but it leaves you thinking like, what is going on, what is actually happening, what is the score, what's happening here, and then episode 2 kind of makes you understand what happened, why what happened in episode 1 happened, and then it just gives you a little bit more of an insight into obviously what's gone on. So through by episode 2 you'll know a little bit more about sort of what's going on, what's happened, and it'll just give you a little bit more of an insight into what into what you hopefully can expect, and a little bit sort of excitement to take you obviously further into obviously what's going to be the future of the series. So at the moment, it is just myself and the layman filming, and there is going to be opportunities for people to get involved. So when opportunities do come up, I mean, there's like people that we've already approached already, just because we need to get stuff in the pipeline quickly, and we haven't really got time to put adverts out. So we just, people we think, yeah, it'll be good for that. Like, do you want to do this with us? But there will be like opportunities where you'll be able to get yourself involved in this, and you'll be able to take part, hopefully, whether it be just like a background character, or whether it be a little bit more of a forefront character. But it all just depends how the series goes. And like I say, it's there will be chances, and it will be a good chance for people to get involved and become part of a project that is hopefully going to take off and do very well, and be something quite good for the internet, that a lot of people will keep wanting to come and watch. I want sort of that feeling where, when one episode finishes, they're kind of like, I want to watch the next one to see what happens next. So it's always constantly keeping people entertained and engaged. So if you've not seen the first couple of episodes, how can you watch them? So if you go onto Facebook and you type in the layman, it's on his Facebook page. So he's got all his like other stuff on there, like he does his photography photos and stuff. But we only put episode 2 out yesterday. So if you scroll down and not very far, there's probably about maybe like 4 posts down, or something like that, 4 or 5 posts. I know he's just put photos up from an event at the weekend. So if you just scroll past them, you'll get to the episode 2. But if you've not seen episode 1, you'll have to keep scrolling a little bit more. And there is a folder for it as well, so you can go into like albums and it'll all be in there as well. So that might be easier. I mean, I don't know, I can't think off the top of my head how you go to like albums if you're visiting the page. But like if you are watching this in the future, then you will have to scroll down quite far. So I would recommend going into the folder itself if you know how to obviously do that. And then you'll be able to watch like all the episodes like all the way through, which will obviously be good. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, it's just a really fun thing to do, and I love it. It's a bit of fun. It's something completely different as well. You know, I've never done this kind of thing before. I mean, we did Part Drive, which that ran for 2 years. We had 141 episodes. And a lot of them episodes were like 40 minutes long, some of them a bit longer, some a bit less. And they was really fun to do, but that was just us like voicing over a headset. That wasn't as such like being a physical person. And you know, you can get a little bit more like creative when you're actually doing it in real life as well. You can act, and it's all about your hand movements, and it's real fun to do. I can't wait to do some stuff going forward once the story progresses, because at the moment it's kind of just like, without giving too much away, there's a lot of just kind of like talking scenes. So I'm going to be sort of like quite sort of excited when we get to go on to some different locations, and you know, when we get to do some stuff, it'll be absolutely fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. You know, what can I say? Most definitely. So, yeah, so I thought I'd come live and tell you a little bit about Hullenders, because it's an exciting thing, and it's I'd say it's blowing up at the moment, like among like our likers and supporters around Facebook. You know, it's like I say, it's had a good chunk of views already. It's had a good chunk of likes, and reactions and comments have been absolutely booming on it. And you know, there's more people still viewing it as we speak. So it's a really good thing. It's a really good vibe. Yeah, so make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to share, all of that good stuff. And yeah, we shall see you all soon. We shall see you all soon.